All right, just standing in mountain pose, feet hip width distance, standing up nice and tall, palms open. Let's just begin by breathing in through our nose and then out through our nose. So inhale from the bottom of the belly, all the way up to the chest, and then exhale, let it out. Knees are nice and soft as we inhale, really rooting down, grounding through our feet. And then exhale, just finding that length through the spine. It's a nice active mountain. One more breath. And then fully exhale. And let's add some arms. Let's inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, just bring the hands down by our side. Now this time, inhale, let's bend our knees, make it a little more active, waking up the body, maybe following your fingertips, and then exhale, bring it down. So inhale, like a little mini chair pose, reaching up, and then exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, come on up. Reach, 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 except this time as you exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Let's do that again. Inhale, big swoop up. Reach, 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 reach. And then exhale, back bend. Inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale, place your hands on your quads and think of like a cat-cow standing. So we're gonna inhale, like round the belly, and then exhale, just kind of open it up. So really bring that chin to chest. So it's kind of opposite, right, than what we do when we're on the ground. Just add it, opening up the spine, opening up the chest. Feel free to maybe open and close your jaw right here. Just what does your body need as we wake it up? Energizing it this morning. And then come down to like a chair pose. I'm gonna take my hands on the inside of my thighs, and I'm just really gonna like round my chin to chest. Weight is in my heels, and just feel that stretch. And then flattening the back, finding that length, and just kind of turn side to side. I like to open and close my jaw a little bit. And then inhale, straighten the legs. As you exhale, find your forward fold. I'm just gonna turn this way. Bending the knees. And let's just take it to a nice sway, waking up that lower back. And then holding it here, maybe grabbing onto those elbows, nice little ragdoll. And then let's slowly roll it up one vertebrae at a time, walking to the back of our yoga mat. Let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, walking those hands out to our first plank. Just nice and easy. Wrists are right underneath the shoulders onto those yogi toes. And then let's press it back to a nice down dog. Taking a full breath cycle here. Exhale, finding that length. And then inhale, coming onto those yogi toes, finding that plank. Exhale, press it back into that down dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale on those yogi toes, waking up the core, and then exhale, press it back, down dog. One more, inhale into that plank. Exhale, step it or reach it back, down dog. Holding it here. And now inhale into plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Bending your knees. Let's do a nice hop step up to the front of our yoga mat. Exhaling, planting our feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to that mountain pose. Hang out here. And let's just take it to a nice side body stretch. Grabbing that right wrist and just taking it over. In fact, let's take this right foot behind our left foot and just reach it up and over. Rooting down through that left foot, opening up the right side of the body. Breathe in, one more full breath here. And then inhale back to center, release your hands. Exhale, grab the left wrist, left foot comes behind the right. Open up that left side of the body. Take a full breath here. And then inhale, come back to center, reach up in that tall mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right leg back, finding a runner's lunge. Planting your hands, finding that plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Bending your knees, hop it up to that forward fold. Exhale, plant your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen that forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come on up. Let's take it to that side body stretch. One more time, grab that right wrist, right foot back behind, open it up. Maybe take a little bit deeper right here, open, open, open. And then release, come back to that mountain. Rooting down through your right foot as you take your left foot behind, left wrist, open it up. Finding that length. And then inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back, a runner's lunge, right side. Planting the hands, take it back to your plank, holding it here. Option, you can always come to your knees. Or maybe give me a nice little tap. Right hand, left shoulder. There we go. Left hand, right shoulder. So it's a tap, tap. Let's do it for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold your plank and then press it back down, dog. Heels come in, down towards your yoga mat. Hips come up towards the ceiling. And then let's peel open this left heel up. There we go. Evenly pressing your way through both hands and your right foot as you lift this left heel high. And now bending this left knee. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Give me a nice little pulse. Bring that knee right to your nose. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it here and then find your crescent high lunge. Open it up. Relaxing your shoulders. Bringing those hands down to your heart center. We're just going to bring this back knee down and then back up. So back down and back up. All legs right here. And then if that feels good, let's bring those arms up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it here, nice little hover. Waking up that quad. And now coming on up on that inhale, exhale, open up warrior 2. Whew, catch your breath. Let's go ahead and inhale, straighten this front leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. One more. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, sinking it down into that warrior 2. Holding it here. Catching your breath. Taking this left palm up. And let's go ahead and high five the back of the room. Reversing that warrior, opening it up. Finding maybe this left hip, peeling open that right shoulder. And then coming into your warrior 2. Hands come to heart for balance as we come back up to that crescent high lunge. And now framing this left foot, finding your runner's lunge, dropping your hips, planting your right hand, because you know I got to do it, peel open your left arm for that nice lunge twist. Really dropping your hips, wringing it out this morning. One more breath. And now framing this left foot. Take this left leg back behind you. Open up that hip. Nice scorpion tail. And now taking this left knee, come to your right elbow and open back up. 2 more. Inhale, knee to opposite elbow. Open up. 1 more. Kiss that inner elbow, open up that hip. Now take this knee through scissor side plank. Peel open that right arm, stacking your shoulders. Holding it here, lifting your hips. Waking up those obliques. Making sure there's a nice straight line. Look down at your left wrist. Stacking those shoulders. And now bringing your right hand down, take this left leg through three-legged dog. Now option today, leave this left foot out. Come onto your right yogi toes, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Catch your breath, lift up that left wrist. Let's do that on the right side. Inhale, right leg comes high. Three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend it behind you. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Give me a nice little pulse. Pulse. Squeeze it in. And now come into that crescent high lunge. Come on up. I'm just going to turn. Bringing those hands to heart center. Both toes are forward. Tucking that pelvis under. Let's go ahead and lunge it down. Back up. For 3. Coming down just like a carousel horse. Up and down. Now bring up those arms. Give me 4 more. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. And then come on up. Open it up. Warrior 2. Catch your breath. And then here we go. Inhale, straighten it up. Exhale, sink it down. Open those inner thighs, reaching it up. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, finding that warrior 2, sinking it down. Taking this right palm up, go ahead and high five the back of the room, coming into that reverse warrior. Letting that big, beautiful breath come in. And then coming back to that warrior 2, hands come to heart as you pivot back to that crescent high lunge. And then framing your right foot into that runner's lunge, dropping your hips, peeling open your right arm, coming in to this lunge twist, runner's lunge twist. Again, stacking those shoulders, think about that inner thigh, kissing your waistband. Opening it up. And now taking this right hand, framing your right foot, come back into your scorpion tail. Open up that hip. Evenly placing your weight through both hands. Let's go ahead and do our knee to opposite elbow. And then open it up. Again, knee comes into that opposite elbow. Open up. 1 more. Exhale, open. Now, knee to inside the elbow, scissoring that leg, coming into a nice scissor side plank. On the right side, look down at that wrist. Right here, is it a straight line? Hips are lifted. Strong core right here. Give me another breath here. Fully exhale. And then come into that one-legged, three-legged dog. I cannot talk. Let's come in to that plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Walk your hands back to your feet. And then slowly roll it up. Shake out your wrist, grab a quick drink of water if you need to, and grab those light hand weights. So light hand weights, I'm gonna come right into goddess pose. So we're gonna slide down that wall. Hands are right here. Weight is on your heels. Let's just come down and up. Our inner thighs are nice and open, sliding down that wall. Give me 2 more. Here's 2 and 1, holding it here. Now, option, bring those arms out. Come into a nice little bicep curl. Can you give me curl? Here's 7, 6, all the way down, all the way up. Not compromising your form. If you have to come up a little bit, that's okay. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back to center. Can you sink it down a little bit deeper? A little bit deeper. And now pulse it down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Inner thighs, woo! And then come on up, come into a star pose. Exhale, nice forward fold. Dropping your weights. And now taking those weights back up, let's walk our feet in. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. Let's hinge over and let's do a nice reverse fly right here. Just open and close. So squeezing those inner thighs together. Opening. Think about that back. Think of your back like wings. Squeezing. Hinging over. Nice long neck. Right here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to a nice mountain pose. Shake it out. And now sit down into a chair pose. So yogi's choice right here. Because chair, really want you to protect your back. Maybe you just keep your hands right here, right? This is great for your inner thighs. We're already getting a workout. Or, if you want, take those hands out in front of you. But again, really watch your back. If you feel like you're leaning forward, bring those weights in. So I'm gonna come out, and I'm gonna come in. So I'm like squeezing. It makes me think of like, you know, at the gym. Have you ever seen those like, where those bands, where they like pull? So now, where is your weight? Is it on your heels? Can you wiggle your toes? Protecting your knees, squeeze it in. Right here. Think about that upper body. I know quads are on fire. They're talking. Can you give me 4, 3, 2, give me 1 more. And now take your chair a little bit deeper. Bring those hands hard center. Give me a little pulse, a little pulse. It's like a really low chair that you gotta sit in. And then come up. Woo. Shake it out, shake it out. And let's go ahead and step 1 leg back. Finding that crescent high lunge right here. Let's take those arms up. So we've already been here before. So we're just gonna come down and up. We're just adding some shoulders now. If this is too much, concentrate on the arms right here. You don't have to come down. Keeping those elbows in line with our shoulders. Think about the tops of your arms coming down and up, down and up. Can you give me 3 more? Here's 3. Here's 2. And here's 1. Holding it here. Can you hold those arms? Up, up, up. And then bringing those hands to heart center. We're going to come back to that goddess pose. I know. Right here. Come back to that bicep curl. Here we go. For 8, 7. Are we sweating? I'm sweating. Weight is on your heels. Think about opening up the inner thighs. Think about that bicep as you come down and up. My elbows are glued to my side. Just give me 4. Here's 3. 1 more. Now here comes the fun part. Hands come. We're going to come lunge the other side. So now my left leg is forward. Finding that posture, bringing those arms up. Here we go. It's down and up. Again, we're working a lot of legs. Maybe you just come up right here. Press those shoulders. Protecting that lower back. Think of that carousel horse, right? It just comes down and up. Back knee comes down towards the ground and back up. Here's 4, 3, 2, and then come on down because you know I love a good pulse. Right here. Hold, hold, hold. Straighten those arms. You got this. And then bringing those hands to heart center. Come back. Toes forward. Give me a nice forward fold. Drop those weights. Catch your breath. And now planting your hands, let's take this left arm up. Just open it up. So we're stacking those shoulders. Breathe here. It's a great little twist. And then exhale, bring it back down. Weight is in your heels as you peel open your right arm, stacking those shoulders. And then bringing that hand back down. Let's go and inhale, halfway lift. Find that nice flat back. And then exhale, find a forward fold. Inhale, come on up, walking those feet together. Grabbing your weights, roll it on up. Turning to the side. We're gonna come back into that chair pose. Here we go, shake it out, you got this. Sit back down. This time, let's get the back of the arms. So right here, give me that tricep kick back right here. Relaxing your shoulders right here. Right, a lot of times the tricep kickbacks, like our shoulders want to hang out in our ears. Press it away. Think about the tops of those arms now. As you squeeze your inner thighs together, again, you can always come up. We're doing a lot of legs. Elbows are in. We're squeezing them back. Squeeze, and then come back. Nice and controlled, right? It's easy to use that momentum and swing, squeeze, and then for 4. Right here. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those weights in, come back to that chair pose. This time, can you come onto your toes? Oh yeah, sit it down and pulse for 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, woo, come on up. Shake it out, shake it out. Let's give those legs a little break and come on down to our knees right here. Kind of mixing a little bit of yoga, a little bit of just good old hand weights. Good old, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's come side to side. We're just gonna take it to a nice bicep curl, giving our legs a little break, using that core. I'm gonna turn to the side. I love doing things on my knees. Notice how you have to squeeze your glutes right here. Using that core, rather than if we were just standing, it's a little bit different. Squeezing those glutes, the back of your legs. You're coming across and down, across and down. Think of that bicep. Shoulders get a little bit of love. Here's 4, 3, give me 2 more, 1 each side. And now take those arms up and then come back right here, right where we were. Just a little shoulder press. Nice strong shoulders, right? They're already feeling it, right? All of those chaturangas, planks. That's why we're on our knees, concentrating on the tops of those muscles. Coming to a nice straight line, pressing it up, down, and up. Let's do 4. Strong core is your belly button pulled into your spine. And then bringing those hand weights down in front of you. Shake it out. Coming onto your knees. Taking those, we're already on our knees. Take those hands behind you. Open it up. Feeling that stretch through your chest. If that feels good, because we're super warm, if you want to try a camel, maybe just one side, maybe bring one arm up. And then try the other side, opening up that chest, keeping those hip bones forward, Maybe you try both. Opening it up. Yogi's choice. And then come forward into a nice child pose. Knees out wide. Feel that stretch. Open and close. And then slowly roll on up. Have a seat. We're not done with your weights. Weight is in our heels, grabbing those hand weights. And then just sitting on down, boat pose. So option, first try it with your feet, because we're adding weights today. Right? I'm going back to that bicep curl. Right here, can you bicep curl? Maybe you take those feet off now. If you notice yourself like this, bring your feet down. Right here, all the way up, all the way down. Repetition is what we're doing here. Bicep curls, turning on that core. Can you sit nice and tall? It's like there's a string from the ceiling lifting your chest. Give me 4. Are you shaking yet? 3, right? You don't even know your biceps are on fire. 2, and 1. Drop it, come forward. Maybe grab onto those thighs. Shake it out a little bit. And then come on back. This time, both weights together. Again, let's start with our feet flat. We're gonna bring our right elbow down, back up. Left elbow down, back up. Just like we did those scissor side planks, turning on the core, turning on those obliques. Here we are now in a boat pose. Again, your elbow does not need to touch. You're using your core. Come up, right? It's like, I'm gonna start singing like row, row, row your boat or something. Now bring your feet up, try that. Bringing that belly button into the spine. Using that big belly breath. Don't hold it. Here we go, here's 4. Here's 3, 2, you got this. Come up, woo, hold here, hold here. Can you take your arms out in front of you? Oh yeah, right here. Can you bring your arms up? Can you take it out to that boat pose? Can you straighten those legs? You got this, nice strong core. Shake, shake, shake here, woo! And then cross your ankles, drop those weights, come forward. Holy moly. That was amazing. Take your weights, put them in front of you. You're done with those beauties. Woo! And then let's go ahead, flattening our feet. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's come on back. Downward facing dog. Holding your downward facing dog right here. Pressing your heels into the yoga mat. Nice inhale here. Fully exhale here, finding the length. Planting your right foot, slowly peel open this left hip. Open, open, open. And then we're gonna come on through into a nice half pigeon, right? We did a lot of lunges in a short amount of time. A lot of goddess pose. So let's get that outer hip stretch right here. Now, yogi's choice. What feels good? Maybe you come down onto your elbows. Maybe you keep it up right here. Bringing that heart rate down, starting to cool the body down. Getting that delicious stretch. Finding that breath. Now, yogi's choice. You can stay right here because this is delicious, or come up, straighten those arms. Wiggling that back knee, making sure that that knee's right behind you, straight line. And then opening up that shoulder, finding the top of that foot, pressing that foot into your hand. Yogi's choice here, maybe you come up, coming into your version of mermaid. Nice quad stretch, keeping both of those hips forward. This is totally optional. What feels good right now for your body? 2 more breaths wherever you are. Exhale it out. 1 more. And then slowly release, bringing those hands down. Slowly coming out of your pigeon, coming onto those yogi toes on your right side. Taking this left leg back behind you, opening it up. If you want to come into a wild thing, flipping it over, you can. And then finding your downward facing dog. Let's do that on the right side. Peel open that right hip. Open, open, open. And now inhale, come through, finding your half pigeon on your right side. That knee's right behind your wrist, wiggling that left leg. Again, looking behind that shoulder, making sure it's a straight line, right? That left leg kind of wants to go out to the side. And then just melt into your half pigeon. Finding your breath. Enjoying this deep outer hip stretch. And you can come up here, you don't have to come all the way down. Always options in your pigeon. And some days your body feels different. And that's okay. Just creating that length, that space. Option to stay right here. If you want to come up, looking back, making sure you wiggle that knee back so you can bend onto the meaty part, that top part of your knee. Opening up the left shoulder. Even just right here, this is such a good stretch through your shoulder and then turning it forward. Getting into that left quad, maybe bringing your right arm up. A little bit of balance. Again, yogi's choice, right? What feels good today? What feels good, but also pushing yourself a little bit, finding that edge where it's a little bit tight, but you find that breath. Creating that space. Can you give me one more big, beautiful breath wherever you are? And then fully release. Take your time coming out of your pigeon. Coming onto your left toes as you take your right leg back behind you, opening up that hip, maybe flipping it over into a wild thing. And then coming back, coming down to your knees. Take those knees out nice and wide, finding your child's pose. Dropping your forehead. Really feel the length through your arms. And then slowly, like a wave, roll on up and come to a nice seated position. So my right leg is down. I'm going to take my left leg up and over. Getting into those hips. I know it's hard to see because I'm black. But your knees want to be on top of each other. It's hard to see my knees in my leggings. I like to kind of hold on to my feet because I have super tight hips. Breathe into it. So now, left knee is over. Take that right arm, pat yourself on the back. Great. Option here. Nice little tricep stretch. Nice lengthen through the spine. Or take this as my left hand. I'm going to take my palm behind me so my back of my palm is crawling up my arm. And maybe my fingertips touch, maybe they're not. My fingertips are not touching. And I'm just going to press my hand into my back. So right now I'm feeling the stretch in my shoulder as well as through my right tricep right here, as well as the hips. Give me 2 big, beautiful breaths here. You can be right here too. Fully exhale. One more. And then slowly come out of this. Taking those legs right in front of you. Nice staff pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs, relaxing your neck. Hello, hamstrings. I like to bend my knees a little bit and just find that length. You can be right here, right here. This is such a great pose, right? Exhale. One more breath here, wherever you are, finding that length. And then slowly come on up. Let's take it to the other side. So now we gotta remember, left leg underneath, right leg on top, right? Yep. Opposite now. So again, I know it's hard to see with my leggings here, but the knees are right on top of each other. Hello, hips. Now let's take this left arm. Pat yourself on the back, putting up with me. And then get that nice tricep stretch right here. So option, holding it right here, right? Feeling that length. Also think about the lymph nodes right here in your armpit. Open up, breathe into that area. Nice detoxification right here. And then maybe try with the right hand. Take this right hand behind, the palm is behind you, kind of walking it up, opening it up. Feeling that stretch now through the shoulder. Again, my fingertips are not touching. Not quite there yet. And just here, we're gonna take 3 breaths here, or here. 2 more wherever you are. Finding that length through your hips, through your tricep, your shoulder. And then slowly release, take your time. And let's just come into a nice butterfly pose right here. Feeling that stretch through your inner thighs. Your feet are together. Again, if it doesn't feel very good, maybe take your feet out in front of you just a smidge. We want to have that nice flat back. Bringing those knees down towards the ground. As we really open up this inner thigh area, maybe you begin to fold over a little bit. Take one more breath here. And then coming on up, bringing those knees together, taking those hands much behind you, and just take it to nice windshield wiper legs. And then bringing those knees into your chest, go ahead and rock it on down, feeling that stretch. Bringing those knees into your chest. And taking those arms out to a T. Let's take both knees to one side. Nice twist through the spine. Looking over that opposite shoulder. And then inhale, knees come to center. Exhale, drop them down to the other side. Inhale, knees come to center. Hug it in right here. Give your body a nice big hug. Squeeze it in. And then exhale, release. Into a nice final relaxation. Opening your palms, opening your ankles. Just taking a few moments here to fully relax before you go on with your day. Just breathing in all that beautiful breath. to your body, being grateful. We can move and breathe and push ourselves a little bit. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take your head side to side. And then big inhale here through the nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it all out. Let's do that again. Big inhale through the nose. And then open mouth, audible exhale, letting it all out. And just bringing one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Feeling your heartbeat, your breath move as we end our yoga practice today. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me today. I'm so very grateful.